hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to another episode of the Auntie Lynette Show, where we showcase some of Toronto's hottest visual and musical artists. I am your host, LWB. This broadcast is brought to you by a WWB production and can be found on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play, and Spreaker.com.
Whoa.
That's right. And today I am thrilled to introduce you all to Raxx. She is an up-and-coming independent female hip-hop artist from Toronto, Ontario. She's been featured on popular media outlets such as Six Buzz, Hip Hop Canada, Waiver Room TV, Worldwide TV, Keep Six Live, Six Clout TV, and Straight Outta the Six.
Shout out all them.
Absolutely, and many more, of course.
Many more.
Her style of music is an old school feel with a new school vibe.
Yeah.
Representing the females, give it up for Raxx. Yes, my girl. I am so happy to see you. We are going to dive right in to the joy and the blessings that is your life, and that is you. Tell the people right now the fresh off the hot presses news you have for October 1st.
I'm going to be opening for Cardinal Official. Very, very excited about it. I just booked it yesterday, so it's very fresh. Exclusive with you guys.
Exclusive.
Yeah.
This is such a blessing. I'm in the middle of just all of the joy and glory by hearing that from you. And so we're going to dive right in to who you are, what you bring, what makes your flow unique. I have just, folks, seen my girl perform live at Rivoli recently.
Thank you.
She sang a song that brought me back to my days because I'm not a youngin'. I've been around, but it brought me back to the 80s. So I love your bio when you talked about old school and new school, because that song, Mind Your Business. Talk about it. Tell us about it. How did it come about? How did you create your flow? I need to know because I was blown away by that song.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that's my new single. It just came out in, I don't even remember, July, I think, August.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it was really a fun project to work with. It's produced by a local producer named Beat Busta in Toronto. He's very dope. I wrote it about just a girl that was in my business, you know. I love women, like respect to women, but she just was in my business and had to let her know, you know.
She was too much.
Yeah.
She was a little too much. Okay, well, I love the song.
Yeah.
I really think what was so phenomenal about seeing you perform it live is that it's so relatable. So, like, everybody was like, we know someone who's way too much in our business.
In your business, right? And I think with, like, today's culture, like, people just want to be, like, because social media and everything, everyone knows everyone's business.
Yes. And sometimes that's not necessarily a good thing. Yes. So, how did the name Raxx, your stage name, come about? I get it. Yes.
Yeah, my boobs.
When you put words to paper, where do you feel the most inspiration comes from you? Where's it coming from? Because you have a flow, girl.
Thank you.
You do.
Fun fact, like, before I started rapping in 2018. Okay. And do you know who Young M.A. is?
Yes.
You do? Oh, yeah. New York. She's a New York rapper.
See?
She knows New York rappers. And I just loved her flow, loved how she presented herself. She's a really dope female rapper. She's very underrated. Yeah. And I just kind of started practicing her songs.
Nice.
And then I went through some shit. I felt like poetry was a big thing in my life because I was in a snowboard accident and my doctor was like, write poetry. So I always was writing poetry.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And then it kind of just turned into music in 2018.
Wow. So as a healing mechanism.
Yeah, definitely.
That's amazing because that 2018 was around the time that I met you when you were giving that flow in the parking lot.
Well, you're a day one.
I'm a true day one.
You're a day one. Yeah, that was where it all started, actually, like on movie sets. Because, like, we went out. Were you on the one Hallmark movie? Like,
yes, I was. And my girl just decides, she says live on set, come on, let me show you what I got in the back. And we all went and we were all blown away. And I still have that video.
That's crazy.
And I need to share that with you.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it was absolutely so just motivating and just wrenching how you got in there with those lyrics and your sound. And it was a little bit of song and rap, folks. So I'm telling you, it was literally the moment when I said, no, this girl, we are going to hear a lot more about.
I know. You're so cute.
No. It's so true. So when it comes to performing, how would you describe your style? Like, what's your style? If somebody said, I want to hear one word, just throw it to me.
Raw and real. I mean, I don't use a backtrack or back lyric, whatever they call it.
Yes.
I do it like live, right?
Yes.
And like a lot of people now just go over their tracks, which I don't think is real rap. It takes a definite skill and practice to, you know, like be able to do that, and memory.
Yes.
Right? So like, it's a big thing, and I think that raw is probably the best.
That literally covers it all.
Yeah.
And I think of you that
Oh, baby, I like it raw.
Yes.
You know? Yeah.
So I'm a firm believer that music and art, which is the whole purpose of this podcast, really adds years to your life. Now,
Absolutely.
you're young enough. You don't have to worry about that so much. But what's your honest opinion about that? Like, why do you think music and art resonate in our souls and that it's so raw? It's so raw. It's so determined when we hear it and see it that we don't even have to think, but we connect.
I think it's just being relatable to people, and that's when artists blow up, and they're good when people can connect to your music because they've been through that. What you were saying, like it took you to a place where it took you to memories, right?
It did.
So I think being relatable is like the most important part, and like true to yourself, because in the beginning of my music career, I feel like I was being what other people wanted me to be.
Okay, copy.
And it took COVID to kind of find myself and find my footing into who I am, emerging into this new artist that's more real and more true to myself. You know what I mean?
I love that. And you're very honest about your journey, which I really think is your strongest attribute. I have to tell you that.
Thank you.
Because you are so real, so honest and open about your story in a way that I rarely see. And as far as being relatable, let's just comment on our green on our green hats and our flavor there. The next question I want to ask you is, if you could switch your bodies with another artist, who would it be? Living or
dead?
Not here. Yeah. Who would you choose? Just a day in the life, not even a month or a year, just somebody that you might want to walk in their path for a day.
I mean, there's a couple.
Yeah?
There's a couple. Probably Adele or Beyonce or Rihanna, you know?
I love
all
it.
Those girls.
I love it. And these are all mega stars.
Yeah.
So I definitely see you in that category.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. But what differentiates you from the next up-and-comer?
My aesthetic is a lot different than most of these girls. No disrespect.
No
to
disrespect.
them at all.
No.
We're frozen, but no disrespect. I feel like I'm just giving something different. You know, like you don't really see a lot of females that look like me out there doing it and singing and rapping at the same time, mixing that flavor together.
Yes.
So.
No, you're right. That is great to hear you say that, because that's exactly what I see. And your stage presence is so powerful.
Thank you.
And it's palpable. Like when any artist is telling a story, whether it's on paper or on stage or in a gallery, all you want is for your audience to feel it. And the minute you come out, it's like there are electric vibes that just reach us. And I really just want you to know that that's all you. And I really respect that about you.
Oh, thank you.
So how do you manage a work-life balance? Because this business is no joke when it comes to the demands.
I flew here from work. But luckily,
thank you for being here.
No,
seriously, it means the world.
You got to do it. You got to hustle. You got to be on the grind all the time. And after this, I'm going to direct Raxx events.
Oh, yes.
So it's crazy.
Oh.
I have the dopest bosses ever. I'm managing a production company right now. It's called Nikki Ray. Mike and Tanya. Best bosses ever.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, and they're very supportive and like allow me to take that time if I need to come away for a bit, do things.
Oh, that's wonderful. No, that support is very, very important. And so you definitely being in control of your own career and your own well-being and health, as you said earlier, when you had an accident and you got that tip, it sounds like you're really making making sure that you're incorporating all of that into your development. And I just encourage you as an artist who also is juggling many things that, you know, keep that up because you're doing a great job. Yeah. Where do you think the future of rap lies, especially where women are concerned? Because as you say, there are I don't know anyone else with your flow and game. And
oh no, there's a lot.
I don't know any blonde women. Okay.
Sure.
Just come on. No. No. So where do you see the industry going and how do you see yourself in that?
Great question. I think with what just happened this weekend with Rolling Loud coming in, a lot of my friends were on that bill. I think that hopefully they come back next year, and it's just put a lot of eyes in Toronto and showing the talent that we do have here. It's slowly but surely getting better. For women, it is a little bit harder because the gatekeepers in the music industry are men, unfortunately.
They are, for sure.
But, I mean, there are women out there that are trying to pave their own lanes, like Charmaine. She just won a Juno. She's a great artist. I think next year she's bringing a all-female festival.
Fantastic.
And she started a all-female, like, record label.
Fantastic.
Like not just eliminating men in it, but like the higher
owners. The owners. Yeah, absolutely. Right.
You know, the people that
board.
Sign the
That's
checks.
Right. The board members.
Yeah.
Are in heels. I love that.
Because a lot of people in the industry are men.
Yes, they are.
Gatekeepers. Same with Toronto. A lot of people, it's hard to break through that because there's such a circle and they all just kind of stay in that circle. Like, hopefully it'll get better. But.
No, I really like that because that's literally at the heart of it. And I have to tell you, that's where the power lies and that's where the change exists. And until we start shifting those conversations about what is rap, what is being a woman, and how those two can blend, I mean, you are definitely in that realm of making that conversation present, relevant, and soul shifting. So I'm really proud of you on that. Here's a fun one.
Love fun ones.
Skittles or Kit Kats?
Kit Kat, because you know I love some chocolate.
That's right. So do we all. All right. Well, before we wrap, I just want to say out loud that in your spare time, we're going to reach out to you to drop a beat for our season 1 because you are like, as you said to me, I was like one of the first. You're one of our first.
You're a day one.
So you're a day one runner. I'm a day runner when it comes to you as well. Day one. And come back whenever you have something to promote. But I just want to ask you before we go, what would be your favorite song that you've dropped so far? That you think is not just about the audience, but that both makes you the happiest that you produce?
Well, I try with every project to be better than my last.
Nice.
All I need or want, I forget the name of my own song.
That's okay.
I just released it.
Okay.
Love that one. It's very personable and it shows my range in that I can like rap, right?
Nice.
And then I have a new single dropping on September 22nd. Which is also dope because it's actually like my dad's birthday.
Oh,
he passed away when I was young. So
that's right. I'm so sorry.
No, it's all good, but it's going to be a birthday party for him as well
beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that.
And that's Thick Chick. So that's body positive.
Yes.
You know.
Elevating the memories of those who impacted who we are and transcending any pain and any shackles that keep us down because we're moving up. We're moving up.
Preach.
Always. I love you. I thank you. Audience, I will make sure you have all of Raxx's socials, all of her websites, any drop dates, any performance reviews coming out that you need to know about. Again, she's opening for Cardinal Official on October 1st. Don't forget about it. Don't forget that you heard her here first on the Auntie Lanette Show. Until the next time, I'm LWB. I'm out.
Bye.